Hey, if anybody's out there watching tonight, we just finished our show with the Horror Syndicate Discourse. Top 25 horror movies of the 1980s. It was a lot of fun. Had a lot of people watching. I appreciate every single person that follows the Horror Syndicate or me or anything that I do, especially uh, when you support my comics. That means the world to me because something I've always wanted to do all my life is make comics, and I'm doing that now. And currently, Operation Eclipse #3 is funding. I'm wearing the shirt. You can get one of these if you want. What's up, Operation? That's my boobs. Operation Eclipse #3. It's happening. It's fantastic. A lot of people ask me about the logo that pops up on the right hand corner of the comic. What does that mean? I'll pull up the logo. Whoever's watching, say hi. I'm here to talk about comics, not just comics. I'll talk about myself if you want anything. But I felt like I needed to get on here and talk about Operation Eclipse a little bit because I haven't really yet. Let's see. I'm trying to find that logo. Hold on. There it is. There it is. The fuck. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to talk about my comic and share it. Here's that logo, Nightfall Media. What does that mean? Nightfall Media is so back in 2010, I think. Me and my buddy Todd Mitchell created a company called Nightfall Comics, and we were going to make comics together. And I started well, Operation Eclipse. It was called something else called The Witness back then. And well, things didn't really work out. We didn't see eye to eye on a few things, and we ended up kind of parting ways eventually. Coming back, we made something else which was really really cool and was called Nightfall Unlimited. We altered the logo just a hair, and started doing like reviews and blogs and podcasts. There's the Nightfall Unlimited logo. But in my head, I always wanted to make Nightfall Comics work, and it was not working ever, ever. So I was with Apogee Comics for well, I was one of the founders of Apogee Comics. Me, Jay Sloan, Nick Garber, Dave Norton, and a couple other guys who I'm blanking on the names. Um, but yeah, we started this company and we were going to do big things, and we started out really really well, doing the Crimson Guardians, a book called Bengali, and a book called The Phantom Hawk, which I wrote two of those, and they seem to be received really well. Things just didn't work out. I don't want to go into the whole story because it's tragic. It's so tragic, but I wasn't done. So Jay messaged me. He's like, "Hey, I still want to do comics. We're close to he lives about 30 minutes from me. It's like, yeah, let's do something." So we put together Stellar Odyssey, and Stellar Odyssey #1 came about. After that, we I was like, well, I got this other book, Operation Eclipse, I'd like to do, and he was familiar about it because we kind of talked about it a little bit during the Apogee days. But I thought the premise, the look of the character could be too close to the Phantom Hawk character, so I never brought it to Apogee. And even though Nick told me many times he was like, yeah, they can exist and coexist. At one point, he said he could be the sidekick to Phantom Hawk, and honestly, I was like, no, that's not what I want. So anyway, I waited, and finally, I also asked Jay. I was like, "Hey, man, can I have my own imprint and call it Nightfall Media? Because I have this itch I can't scratch. I want to have Nightfall on one of my books, and so any book that's mine, my creation, like Operation Eclipse, Knights of Bellaterra, will have that imprint on there, Nightfall Media. It's me. So if I ever branched off of one on my own, which I have no plans to leave unparalleled right now, it would be Nightfall Media would be up in the corner of where it says issue 1 and all that stuff. So right now I haven't checked in a while, but Operation Eclipse #3 is on Kickstarter and it is funded, not funded, it's funding. Nobody's watching now. Cool. So anyway, it's funding, and it's had a pretty good start. Let's see. I'm going to pull it up for anybody who eventually watches this. Yeah, here it is. So Operation Eclipse is funding it's sitting at $2,073, which is a pretty good start. We're on our third day. Um, 79 backers. It's pretty great. I'll just show off a couple things real fast. Here's the cover. My good friend Dexter, we did the cover. He did a really great job. Originally, this was just a pinup because I said I needed a shot of Eclipse in the Rain. And he's like, okay, I got you. And he did this. And I'm like, oh my God, I want that to be a cover. And then here's a couple of the interior pages for issue 3, Escalation of Force Part 3. You've got Dino Agor doing the art now. And Dino approached me at one point when I said I was looking for an artist for a different project. And he said, are you doing Operation Eclipse? And I'm like, eventually. Um, he's got 7 or 8 pages in and he's working on it now. Can't wait to see everything else. This is great stuff. Great, really, some of the views he has. I mean, really is a great artist, and I would like to go back to using really at some point for something else, maybe even Operation Eclipse. But I wanted Dino was available, and he's hard to uh, get. Like his availability is so full. I was like, I have to do this. I mean, I've always wanted to work with Dino again because he and I did Phantom Hawk 1 together, and I think we work well together as a team, and I wanted to get him on the book. We've got the second cover here from Jay Sloan, and then a third cover from Elton Tomasi, which is just really, really, really striking looking. I love it. I love the colors Avery did. Avery is fantastic on colors. There's only one other colorist I've worked with uh, named DC Alonso, but Avery and DC are great. I love them both. You got more trading cards. You can get the original trading cards. Stinger's in the new batch. Blade Brown is based off my friend Garland Moore. Outcast is based off of my friend Sean Gray, who's no longer is with us. Rest in peace, my brother. I love you. And then some of the other characters. Edge is a kind of amalgamation of Deathstroke and Red Hood and myself. Recoil, and there's just some cool characters I've created that have been sitting on forever. We got some pinup options from Flavio, from Dexter, and Jay's got one coming, and there's one other one coming. Just waiting on the art. Like I said, T-shirts available, and we got a new character T-shirt this time of Eclipse. We need a Stinger T-shirt. This piece is gone, but you can get original art. The John Rhodes Jay Sloan inked Eclipse. You've got the Jay Sloan. This is actually on my wall upstairs. So you can have that, but not the frame, as I said. So, yeah, we're doing pretty well. I'm very happy with the way things are going. I did not expect to have an $1,800 day on day one. That did not, I never even thought that was possible for us. I've seen, my last Owling. Hey, Jennifer. Anyway, the last Owling comic that I did with John Rhodes did almost $14,000. But John has a huge following, and they're booby titles. So, well, not in the interior stuff. The story has no boobs in it, but he put boob covers on there. So, whatever. But I don't know. We got $427 to go. Jay's messaging me right now about something. Jay sent a photo. But yeah, I mean, I like to. Oh, well, the other pinup is ready. Hmm. 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 Interesting. Anyway, I don't really have much to say. I just wanted to go live to kind of promote this on YouTube, on my YouTube. And does anybody have any questions for me? I'm not strictly talking comics. If anybody has any questions, I'm planning on doing a uh, live stream to do another Razor's Romances because I like doing those. I love telling stories about myself because I'm a narcissist. No, I'm not. I don't think I am. I've been called one before, but I do like talking about stuff that happened in my life. My life was crazy growing up before I got married and ultimately widowed. Um, But if not, I'm going to get off of here and talk to Jay about the pinup we just saw. Jay, if you'd like, I can send you a link and we can chat real fast through this. That's up to you. I didn't read the comment; I just saw the picture. So message me and if you want me to send you the link. Bounce house. Anyway, have you ever danced with the devil by the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this off. Thanks anybody who watched. Please subscribe to my channel. If not, me and Jay will do a live stream at some point on the Unparalleled channel to talk Operation Eclipse and the funding. It's going really well. I'm very happy, very excited. We're very, very close to the goal. I'd love to be funded by the end of the weekend. It'll be our fastest funded book, I think, of all the books, which would be huge for not only me but Unparalleled as a company. And it's looking pretty good. If you have not checked out Fever, please do. He's so close to being funded and so close to the end of the Kickstarter. Let me check real fast. Why? Okay, sorry. He is 14 hours away, and he's less than 400 away from his goal. Let's help that make that happen. It's Fever on Kickstarter, 244 backers. Damn! I shared the link to that in the latest update uh, on the Kickstarter for Operation Eclipse. And then my friend, he's a new friend. I call people my friends even if they're not my friends. His name is Philip Roussert, I think is how you say his name. He's got a book that just launched a week before mine. He's funded completely. It's called Tragedy. Great looking book. Lots of covers. He's at 6,500. Let's get Operation Eclipse there. He's only got 122 backers, and he's got that much. Come on, let's do the same thing here. Hit that link. Get the comic. Get his comic. Get my comic. Get Fever. There's so many cool comics on Kickstarter right now, and it's unfortunate we have to go that route, but we do what we got to do the way we got to do it right now. So she should date Shiver. Yeah, oddly enough, he showed that character off, and I told him I have a character who has a similar mask to that, and he thought that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna bounce. Jay, if you want to jump on here and talk to me real fast, just message me. You fine people have a good night, and I will see you sometime. I'm thinking this weekend I want to talk about a relationship. I can't remember which one I said I was going to talk about. I'm blanking on it. Did I talk about the German girl yet? No, that's the one I was going to talk about. Ellen. Whew. Oh man, that was a good one. Um, yeah. Oh man, that was a major heartbreak for me. She wished me a happy birthday the other day. She was before I met my wife. She was everything to me. So I'll share a picture real fast before I go. If you guys want to hear the story, it's a pretty good story in my opinion. But I mean, it's me, and as I said, I'm a narcissist, right? Yeah, there's me and Ellen. That's a younger me from back in 2001. I was a fucking heartthrob. All right, now look at me. Oh, have a good evening. Have a good weekend. I might be back on this weekend. I miss doing my live feeds. But I got to have something to fucking talk about, and probably not just finish a hour and a half show with the guys from the Horror Syndicate. Seth and I are going to do some list shows soon too on this channel, so subscribe to the channel. Have a good night.